Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to talk about 9 very famous players who, for various reasons, no team seems to want to sign at the moment. These are players who, at some point in their careers, were very promising and admired by football fans, but who are now facing difficulties in their careers and have been struggling to find a new club to play for. We will explore each of these players and discuss the reasons why they may be facing difficulties in their careers and why no team seems to be interested in signing them at the moment. So, if you are a football fan and are curious to know more about these famous players who are struggling in their careers, stay with us and let's get started. Certainly, Romelu Lukaku is one of the most famous players in world football. The Belgian striker has been a key figure in the European football scene in recent years, with stints at clubs such as Chelsea, Manchester United, Everton, and Inter Milan. However, despite his past success, there are rumors that no team is interested in signing him at the moment. One of the main reasons why Lukaku may be struggling to find a new club is his high market value. He is currently the most valuable player at Inter Milan, with an estimated value of around 110 million euros, and his age, 29 years old, may make it difficult for clubs to justify such a large investment in a player who will not have a long-term financial return. Furthermore, it could be that Inter Milan's poor form in the 2022-2023 season is affecting the player's image, as he has not been able to maintain the same level of performance he showed in the previous season, when he helped the Italian club win the Serie A title and was voted the best player in the competition. However, despite his lack of interest in the transfer market, Lukaku is still a world-class player and certainly has a lot to offer any team that decides to sign him. He is a physical, fast, and skillful striker, capable of scoring goals in any situation, whether with the ball at his feet or in aerial plays. He would certainly be a valuable addition to any club in need of a quality striker. In summary, although Lukaku may be struggling to find a new club at the moment, his undeniable talent and proven track record in European football should make him an attractive option for any team looking to invest in a world-class striker. Eden Hazard is one of the most talented and skillful players in world football. The Belgian midfielder, who was once considered one of the best players in the world, played for many years at Chelsea before moving to Real Madrid in 2019. However, since arriving at the Spanish club, he has struggled with injuries and inconsistent form, leading to speculation that no team would be interested in signing him. One of the main reasons why Hazard may be struggling to find a new club is his recent injury history. Since joining Real Madrid, he has suffered from a series of injuries that have prevented him from consistently playing for the Spanish club. In addition, his form on the field has also been inconsistent, with some critics arguing that he is no longer at the same level as in previous years. However, despite his recent difficulties, Hazard is still a world-class player and certainly has a lot to offer any team that decides to sign him. He is a creative and skillful midfielder, capable of creating goal-scoring opportunities out of nothing and scoring decisive goals himself. In addition, his experience in European football and his ability to play in multiple positions make him a valuable addition to any team that needs a versatile and experienced player. Although Hazard may be struggling with injuries and inconsistent form at the moment, his undeniable talent and proven experience in European football should make him an attractive option for any team looking to invest in a creative and skillful midfielder. There is certainly still a lot of football left to be played by this great player. Arthur Melo, simply known as Arthur, is a Brazilian midfielder who currently plays for Juventus. He was signed by the Italian team in 2020 for around 72 million euros, but has since struggled to establish himself as an important player in the club. One of the main reasons Arthur may be facing difficulties at Juventus is that he has struggled with injuries and inconsistent form. Since joining the Italian team, he has had difficulty staying healthy and playing consistently at a high level. Additionally, he is still adapting to Juventus' style of play and may be struggling with the pressure of playing for one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Another possible reason why no team seems to be interested in Arthur at the moment is his high salary. He is one of the highest paid players at Juventus and, as such, it may be difficult for teams to justify such a large investment in a player who has not yet established himself as an important piece in their team. However, despite his recent difficulties, Arthur is still a talented and experienced player who has played for big clubs such as Grêmio, Barcelona, and Juventus. He is a technical midfielder who has good vision and is capable of distributing the ball with precision and creativity. If he is able to overcome his injuries and fully adapt to Juventus' style of play, he still has a lot to offer any team that decides to sign him. Although Arthur may be facing difficulties at the moment, his undeniable talent and experience playing for some of the biggest clubs in the world should make him an attractive option for any team looking for a technical and creative midfielder. Without a doubt, this talented Brazilian player has a bright career ahead of him, with plenty of football left to be played. Mason Greenwood is a young English football player, currently playing as a forward for Manchester United. He is considered one of the most promising players of his generation, but has recently faced difficulties in his career. One of the main reasons why no team seems to be interested in Greenwood at the moment is his recent form on the field. Although he had a good performance last season, scoring 17 goals in all competitions, he has struggled to replicate that same level this season. He has scored fewer goals and has had less impact in games overall, which may be concerning for clubs that are interested in signing him. Another factor that may be affecting Greenwood's situation is the competition in Manchester United's attack. The club has other talented forwards, such as Marcus Rashford, which means that Greenwood may be struggling to get enough playing time to develop his full potential. However, despite his recent difficulties, Greenwood is still a talented and promising player who has shown great potential in his career so far. He is a versatile forward, capable of scoring goals with his feet and his head, and has excellent technique. If he is able to overcome his current difficulties and continue to develop, he will certainly be a valuable addition to any team that decides to sign him. Although Greenwood may be struggling with form on the field and competition at Manchester United at the moment, his undeniable talent and potential make him an attractive option for any team looking for a versatile and skilled forward. Surely, there is still a lot of football to be played by this young English player. Alexander Pato is a Brazilian forward who had a promising career in the beginning, but has recently faced difficulties in his career. He has played for important clubs such as Milan and Corinthians, but currently does not seem to be drawing much interest from teams. One of the main reasons why no team seems to be interested in Pato at the moment is his physical condition and constant injuries. Since 2014, he has struggled with injuries and physical problems, which has affected his ability to play regularly and impacted his performance on the field. Additionally, he is already 32 years old, which can be considered an advanced age for professional football players. Another possible reason why Pato is not being sought after by teams is his history of off-field behavior. He has been the subject of many controversies involving parties and nightlife, which may make teams hesitant to sign him. However, despite his recent difficulties, Pato is still a talented player who has experience playing for some of the biggest clubs in the world. He is a skilled forward, capable of scoring goals with ease, and has good technique and speed. If he is able to overcome his injuries and maintain more appropriate behavior off the field, he still has a lot to offer any team that decides to sign him. Although Pato may be struggling with physical and behavioral problems at the moment, his talent and experience playing for major clubs in the world still make him an attractive option for any team looking for a skilled and experienced forward. Karim Ben Arfa is a French player who has played for important clubs such as Paris Saint-Germain, Olympique de Marseille, and Newcastle United. He is a player known for his skill on the field, but who has faced difficulties in his career recently. One of the main reasons why no team seems to be interested in Ben Arfa at the moment is his physical condition and injury history. He has struggled with physical problems in recent years, which has affected his ability to play regularly and impacted his performance on the field. Additionally, he is already 34 years old, which can be considered an advanced age for professional football players. Another factor that may be affecting Ben Arfa's situation is his history of off-field behavior. He has had many problems with his coaches and clubs due to personal disagreements, which may make teams hesitant to sign him. However, despite his recent difficulties, Ben Arfa is still a talented and experienced player who has a lot of skill on the field. He is a technical player, capable of scoring goals and creating goal-scoring opportunities for his teammates. If he is able to overcome his injuries and maintain more appropriate behavior off the field, he still has a lot to offer any team that decides to sign him. In summary, although Ben Arfa may be struggling with physical and behavioral problems at the moment, his talent and experience still make him an attractive option for any team looking for a skilled and experienced player. Certainly, there are still many football games for this talented Frenchman to play. Marcelo Vieira da Silva Jr., better known simply as Marcelo, is a Brazilian football player who became famous for his performances at Real Madrid. He is a player with enviable technique and skill, being one of the best left-backs in the history of football. However, recently Marcelo has faced some difficulties in his career and, as a result, has been left out by some teams. One of the main reasons why no team seems to be interested in Marcelo at the moment is his physical condition and age. He is already 33 years old and has struggled with injuries and physical problems, which has affected his ability to play regularly and affected his performance on the field. Another factor that may be affecting Marcelo's situation is his decline in performance in recent years. He has not been showing the same performances that made him famous at Real Madrid, and this may be affecting his search for other teams. However, even with his recent difficulties, Marcelo is still a very talented and experienced player, who can contribute a lot to any team that decides to sign him. He has an incredible vision of the game, is an excellent passer, and has great dribbling technique. In addition, his leadership and experience can be very valuable to any team. Recently he was signed by Fluminense in Brazil, his homeland, and he still seems to play good football, as usual. Although Marcelo may be struggling with physical and performance problems at the moment, his talent and experience still make him an attractive option for any team looking for a skillful and experienced player. With all conviction, I can affirm that this talented Brazilian left-back still has a lot to offer on the field. Another player is Mariano Diaz, a Dominican Spanish player who currently plays for Real Madrid. He is a talented player who has shown his skills on the field, especially during his time at Lyon, where he scored many goals and caught the attention of many teams. However, since his return to Real Madrid, Mariano has faced difficulties in his career and has been left out by coach Zinedine Zidane. One of the main reasons why no team seems to be interested in Mariano at the moment is the fact that he has not had many opportunities to play, which has affected his rhythm and performance on the field. Another factor that may be affecting Mariano's situation is the large number of attackers that Real Madrid has in their squad. With players like Karim Benzema, Vinicius Jr., and Marco Asensio, Mariano has had difficulty finding space in the starting lineup. However, even with his recent difficulties, Mariano is still a talented and experienced player who can contribute a lot to any team that decides to sign him. He is a skilled and efficient striker, capable of scoring goals and creating opportunities for his teammates. Additionally, his experience in Spanish and international football can be very valuable to any team. Mariano faces a lack of playing opportunities at Real Madrid at the moment, and it is already certain that he will leave the club at the end of the season. However, his talent and experience still make him an attractive option for any team looking for a skilled and experienced striker. Surely, there is still a lot of football to be played by this talented Dominican Spanish player. James Rodriguez is a Colombian player who became very famous for his performances in the 2014 World Cup and for his time at Real Madrid. He is a player with exceptional technique and skill, capable of creating incredible plays and scoring beautiful goals. However, recently James has faced some difficulties in his career and, as a result, has been left out by some teams. One of the main reasons why no team seems to be interested in James at the moment is his physical condition and inconsistency on the field. He has struggled with injuries and physical problems, which have affected his ability to play regularly and his form on the field. In addition, James has also had some problems with his performance on the field, especially in the 2020-2021 season when he played for Everton. He was not able to repeat the performances that made him famous and was not able to stand out as before. However, even with his recent difficulties, James is still a very talented and experienced player, capable of contributing a lot to any team that decides to sign him. He has an exceptional vision of the game, is an excellent passer, and has a great shot on goal. In addition, his experience in playing for big clubs like Real Madrid and Bayern Munich can be very valuable for any team. In summary, although James may be struggling with physical and performance problems at the moment, his talent and experience still make him an attractive option for any team that is looking for a skilled and experienced player. And thus, we come to the end of this video about 9 very famous players who, unfortunately, are facing difficulties in their careers and have not been hired by any team. We discussed the reasons why each of these players may be facing difficulties and explored their qualities and skills that still make them valuable and attractive players for any team. It is important to remember that football is a dynamic sport and players' careers can change quickly, so perhaps we will see these players back in action soon, playing for great teams and impressing football fans around the world. Do you have any video suggestions? Leave them in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more football-related content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay up to date on the latest news. See you next time.